It's 2 in the morning, I'm lying in bed and my right knee is doing something 2 days before a race. Not a sharp pain, more a presence, like it wanted to introduce itself. Hello, you remember me? You've been ignoring me all week. I just thought I'd pop by. I lay there doing the thing that every runner does. A risk assessment in the dark. Is this serious? Can I run? Will I make it worse? And I decided I was running anyway.
So that I didn't have to see you cry.
This week was race week. My first 10K in a long time, more precisely 3 months. This was meant to be a baseline race, not a target, not a PR attempt, just an honest look at where the fitness actually is right now. What happened? The knee showed up, the legs had a different plan than I did, and the weather, which had been grey every single day of the week, decided that race morning was the perfect time to be absolutely beautiful. Here's how it went. If you are new here, quick version. 6 years running, a 9 to 5 that is mostly a 9 to 9, a newborn at home, and a marathon I've been trying to run for years that keeps not happening for reasons my body seems to generate with some level of creativity. I train with a coach, the plan is structured, 5 days a week, and for the past several months, the plan has looked like this. Not much actual running, a lot of cross-training, a lot of elliptical, a lot of strength work. The idea being that we get the body right first and then we start building. It has been, I'll be honest, a test of patience. So this race, Hampton Court 10K, isn't about time. My coach knows that. I know that. The plan was always to use these as a baseline, an honest picture of where the fitness is today, so we know what we are actually working with going forward. That's the context and that's the frame. And the week went fine. Monday easy run, legs heavy, grey skies, 4.65 kilometers, ticking the box. Wednesday treadmill and elliptical, a proper session tempo interval, felt like work. And on Thursday, a short 20-minute shakeout on the elliptical, nothing more. Friday, rest. Somewhere around Wednesday night, maybe Thursday, I can't be entirely sure, something shifted in the right knee, and by Friday night, it had become a big thing. I want to be precise about this because I think some of you will recognize it, or at least you will relate with it. It wasn't an injury, not in the way I have considered injuries before. The ones that somehow stop you from running, those that send you to the physio, that become an old chapter in your running career. This felt different. This was my knee saying something. I just didn't know if it was saying, don't do this, or I'm just talking and ignore me. There's no user guide for this type of knee call. You need to make it based on 6 years out of belief. You know your body, though still not fully trusting it. I went to sleep telling myself I feel it when I warm up. If it spikes, I stop. If it holds, I will keep going. Race morning, Saturday, 1 degree Celsius, felt like 3. Which coming from someone Portuguese is not ideal from the get-go. But the sun was out, which made everything easy. After a full week of grey skies, every single day, race morning decided to be genuinely beautiful. Hampton Court Palace behind you, the river ahead of you, cold but clean. I had a plan for the first race, first 5K somewhere between 5:45 and 5:55 per kilometer, controlled, conservative. Second 5K, push down to 5:25 to 5:35. Negative split was the tentative. This was what was the strategy. I lined up, the countdown started, and the gun just went off.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The legs that had been heavy all week, that had been sluggish on Monday, that had done their time on the treadmill and the elliptical, and also the step-ups, those legs went out faster than the plan said. I knew it immediately because first kilometer, and there was I at 5 kilometer pace. I told myself, adjust, just come back down. You know your fitness, you know the plan, don't blow up before the palace gates. The knee kept quiet, at least for now. The course at Hampton Court goes out through the palace gates, turn left towards the river, runs along the Kingston upon Thames, and then comes back into Green Park around Hampton Court. boost. The last 4 kilometers or so are on that park ground. Some gentle ups and downs, a bit of mud, a few ponds, beautiful though. It asks something from the legs. Mid-race, the knee introduced itself again, just briefly, not too much. The second half, or 5K, was hard. I was pushing. People had passed me in the first half when I started to pull back my pace, which I expected, and I caught a few of them in the second half, which on the other hand, I did not expect, but I am happy to take it. I didn't empty the tank. I made the decision somewhere around kilometer 7 or 8 that this was not the place to find my absolute limit. That's coming later. This was about understanding the fitness, not a full destruction. Sprint finish, the race ends at the back of Hampton Court Palace, genuinely beautiful place to finish a race. And the knee held together all the way. I didn't know it I would, but I did it. I'm just cooling down now. The day is beautiful, it's cold. Race is done, as you can see. 10K in the bank. Hampton Court 10K. It was a little bit faster than I was expecting, but all good. Yeah, well, I don't know about you, but with me, every time I run, I always get a little bit emotional because for me, running is not natural. So everything I do when I run is completely outside of my comfort zone. And today, beautiful day, great run. Few hours after the race, I went for a walk in Bushy Park, just next door to Hampton Court. What we call active recovery, moving without any pressure, sunny afternoon, still cold, but the kind of cold that feels clean rather than miserable. And I found myself thinking, not about the time, not about the knee, not about the paces, just about the fact that I was outside, moving, in a beautiful park on a race day afternoon, having just crossed a finish line a few hours back. 6 years, coaching plan, elliptical sessions, the whole long story of trying to get the body right for the next run. And on Saturday, the body just held very well. More on this race to come. I'll get into that properly next week with a full race breakdown. But I'll say this. I went in on not knowing what shape I was in, and now I know. The baseline is set, the coach has the data, and the plan will continue. Some weeks you are on an elliptical wondering if any of these somewhere. Some weeks you'll just find out. Here's the thing about lining up for a race when you've spent months indoors cross-training. you forget a little bit what it feels like to be in it. The noise before the start, the cold you've been preparing for, but can't fully control. And somewhere in the second half, tired, knees muttering, legs starting to argue, I remembered why I started doing this. Not for the times, not for the finish line photo, for the part where you're genuinely not sure how it goes, but you go anyway. I've been in elliptical for months, going nowhere at pace. Saturday, I went somewhere. The half marathon is still out there. The plan is still the plan. Next week, the full week race breakdown, everything for you. But for now, just go out and run, no matter what. If you are going through something similar, chasing a race, trusting a process, running through a few too many question marks, subscribe. Episode 9 is the full Hampton Court breakdown. Numbers, pacing, need, all of it. See you there.
I will stand and sing. Oh, 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 oh. Through love we will grow. Oh, 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 oh. Through love we will grow. Oh, 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 oh.
As I've been saying for the past couple of weeks, this was a 10K, but it was more like considered like a baseline for the race that I will have ahead of me in April, which is an half marathon. It went okay, faster than I initially expected. I think I had more in me than I believed. The last 5K, they were quite tough. It was a little bit cold, but a beautiful day today here in Hampton Court. Beautiful course as well. The body, the foot, it's always a pain for me. I don't know if it's shoes. It's not plantar fasciitis, because if it was plantar fasciitis, I think I will have it for much longer. It is just during the time I'm running, so I assume that my foot nerves are compressed, and because they are compressed, they feel slightly numb, and I think that's the reason why I have all of this pain on my foot. The knee handled it quite well. I'm expecting to have some pain in the next couple of hours, if not great. I did a good warm-up, 15 minutes warm-up, and I did also a very good cool-down, around 1 kilometer cool-down, just to make sure that the body adapts to race and decompress from race. I came a little bit overdressed with stuff. I didn't film too much, and I realized as well, I was clicking on and off my camera, but unfortunately, I think I've clicked too many times on and off, so I didn't film all the time I wanted to film. And I certainly didn't film the last 15 minutes of the race, which is a shame, because I wanted to film myself crossing the line. You have to believe in me. I could have done better there, so yeah. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.